Sheriff John Bannister, FBI. I have a violent fugitive making a run for the Mexican border.
A couple of truckers that stopped in town. There's something off about them.
Complete your mission.
Get me across that border.
Something big is going on here.
I want a roadblock right here now.
Several officers down.
What kind of car is this?
01, faster than any chopper.
Owen's here. What can I do for you?
Some smartass is flying a jet plane around out here with no lights on.
You know, with all the bad news in the world and all the tragedy, it is so nice to be able to laugh at death again.
Yes, it is.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Thank God for that, Corey.
Yes.
Thank God, and thank Arnold. Thank him.
Boy, what was Arnold's last movie?
Okay.
What, Rise of the Terminator 3?
Terminator 3, yeah, right.
Expendables 2.
Well,
where he was a lead guy, though, where he starred in
lead
it.
guy.
Probably
yeah.
Terminator 3.
Oh.
It is Terminator 3.
Wait,
yeah, I looked it up.
Did he make a sex video with his maid?
Yeah, he was.
What?
Did he make a sex video with his maid?
Hey, I never saw that fucking movie, so it don't count.
Leon, you know, man, why you bringing up old shit? Now, we're trying to move on, man. You know,
Happened last
Were you
year.
Robert Downey Jr.?
yeah, man.
A guy decides to get his dick wet, and that's news all of a sudden. We had the president that did it. I mean, that's a shocker to you.
You know, yeah, exactly. Bill Clinton, he can get off doing that too in the White House to a woman. But yes, but when Arnold Schwarzenegger does it, everybody has to get on his ass about it.
You know
man.
how many times he tried to save the world and fuck it up? I mean,
For real,
come on.
y'all gonna act like that's not like it's no big thing.
Can you just leave the man alone, please?
Hey, the only shocking thing about that story was how fugly that chick was.
That's what I'm
about
saying.
it. That's
No,
about
no,
it.
that's-
That's about
that is-
it.
Why
the
does
shocking
no one
thing.
ever get busted like having an affair with really hot chicks? I only get busted having an affair with a moped.
Because that's not news. People look at that and go like, "Wow, shit, what was he supposed to do?"
See that movie, bitch? She was fucking. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I hate to be mean about it, but that chick did. She kind of looked like a throwaway CG effect from a Star Wars movie. Did she? like a rejected creature from.
Actually, she looked like Arnold's co-star in this movie, Louise Guzman.
Shit, she looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that's how you know Arnold Schwarzenegger has a big ego when he's trying to find a chick to fuck that looks like him.
Yeah, you
trying to
can't
fuck
get
himself.
Much more narcissistic than that.
Can't blame him though. It's like I fucked just about everything on this planet.
That's right. He ran out of things to
myself.
fuck.
But
You
Leon,
see pictures of Arnold lately in the news, though. He looks like someone had a picture of him from like the '80s, and then he melted.
see, man, y'all
all
just,
drip
you know, we're trying to move on. You know, the man is back. He's out there trying to make some good movies,
He's
man.
resurrected his career.
Right.
He's going in a different direction.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
more of an artiste.
He's finally owned up to old Arnold. Now he's not trying to be all muscular Arnold. He's trying to be old fat barrel bellied Arnold. You know, and he's owned up to it. And I like that. I like that about him.
He's playing the parts that suit him now.
Yeah.
And when you watch this movie, you can't help but
He's playing
but
Bill Clinton?
But what? No. You can't help but be happy that the guy has found a part suitable with how he is, like a script that works with him, with how old he is.
Yeah, if that's true, because the only thing he's terminated today is his physique. That shit is gone. Don't even ask for it back.
Ain't no coming back.
Yeah, you want that old Arnold? You better off building a time machine and have him come back. Shit.
I'll be back, but not like you remember me.
Yeah, no, not like that at all. But
It may not be the last stand, but the last one he's going to do without assistance.
Shit, he can barely stand right now. But you know what? Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing about this this guy, Leon. We were walking up tonight, and I didn't want to say anything because I said we went to go see two movies tonight because they two different movies. We had to split ourselves up. Leon and Cyrus went to go see one film, and Coast and I went to go see The Last Stand, the movie we're talking about right now. So Leon and I were the first to come up to my place, to the wonderful Spill Studios, and I say, Leon, how was your movie? And Leon says to me, Coast, he says, man, it was good. It was all right. It was decent. Yep. I didn't want to tell him I had the best fucking time in the movie tonight. I just looked at
We had a party tonight.
yeah,
What were you guys?
because he looked at me and he said, "Well, how was your movie?" And I was excited. I wanted to, man, it was awesome. But I just said, you know.
When
You don't
we
wanna-
were splitting
you
these
don't fuck
up,
'em
we
up.
both graciously agreed to step back, mainly because we know how much fun you two have.
Yeah,
when you're
exactly.
Arnold
You
Schwarzenegger.
get to have a Schwarzenegger off.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we pretty much did.
There was one point I did tap codes. So I said, hey, thou.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, we look like we just came off the short bus. We came.
This is before the movie even started.
I know. I was wearing my football helmet.
Put the cookie down.
But that's one of the,
So 15 minutes in, they threw you out of the theater.
no, they felt sorry for us. We made sure to sit in the handicap section.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so
I brought my helmet.
yeah, this is. I don't even know if you can say that the fun in this movie is because of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a big part of it.
No, it is. It really is. I will say that.
Yeah, but this movie, make no doubt about it, it is about as formula as you can get. It's formula. You saw the producers like in a lab mixing that shit up with tubes I was smoking and beakers and everything.
Schwarzenegger was there just letting them know how it works. How to put that shit together.
Put some blood with that brain
more,
right there.
more action, more roller coaster.
I like that, Leo. We can't stop. Look at that.
I know.
Yeah, we give you
Just wind it up and let them go.
More Uzi 9mm.
I still gotta say, I get the feeling like this review's gonna be more entertaining than that movie.
No, hey, let me tell you something. This is what I'm getting to. This is about as formula as you can get. And I don't think the movie is even trying to hide that, because what the movie does that manages to overcome a formulaic script like this, two big things: humor and style.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
The saving graces of any typical mediocre, action movie, that you hope that, it's something that, when you go to these action movies, that's kind of what you need now. That is part of the new formula to make them not seem like, just some same old boring shit, or something like you guys saw that new Mark Wahlberg film. But,
speaking of that,
We're entertaining, but no, it's like we were saying, like with our film, it's like this could have used some style. Style can take something that's kind of banal, we've seen a million times before, and make it feel really new. And I'm not surprised with the director of this, Kim Ji-woon, who's like one of the superstars of Korean cinema, who did The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, and I Saw the Devil,
my favorite
Tale
movie.
Two Sisters. Yeah. He's an amazing director.
Yeah,
and I knew that this is his first American film, and obviously he's going to have like 80 executive producers looking over his shoulder, going like, "No, you can't do that."
I know. I saw The Devil, and that's one of the things I loved about that movie. It was a very violent movie too. I'm surprised they haven't even made an American remake of that yet.
Yeah,
sure it's
going to happen.
It's coming at some point. But this movie, it's not as depressing as that film right there.
Yeah, I couldn't get through the first 10 minutes.
Really? No, I love that movie, man.
It's a great film.
But that movie, I don't know if it's because of the scriptwriter or if it's because of the director in conjunction with the scriptwriter, but I don't want to pick on Mark Wahlberg. I'm just mentioning this because we already said this, and you guys came out of Broken City, and we mentioned a movie, Contraband, because we're talking about Mark Wahlberg.
Right.
Now, you take something like Contraband. Contraband is a movie that just seems kind of generic, because go in there, it takes itself kind of seriously. Some guys died from bullet wounds and other violent deaths, and then you're out and you don't remember it. But with a movie like this, it takes that action formula and it just goes fucking crazy with it.
Yeah, it does.
And the movie is full of so many action sequences. If you want to know, there's a bigger star in this movie that they don't show you too much in the trailer, and it's that 01 car or whatever that they have.
Yeah, I wish I could remember.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a little while. I get in the movie what you have a cartel drug lord who, through some crazy, unbelievable way, just slips out the hands of the FBI.
I think I saw that in one of the trailers. Where
Yeah,
it was like,
led by Forrest Whitaker.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's why he got away, because one eye was looking at the guy, the other eye was looking at something else. Oh, it was halfway closed. So,
And when shit slips out of his hands, does he get pissed?
Oh yeah, he does. But he gets away.
Good job, Ghost Dog.
Yeah, he goes crazy along with his
And
eye.
part of that plan to get away is to find the fastest fucking car that he could find and drive his way to Mexico from Las Vegas. And in order to get to Mexico, the only thing that's really standing between him and the Mexican border is this small town. What was the town
I thought you were
called?
going to say 80,000 federal agents.
No, for some reason they were busy. They couldn't make it that day.
I think it was called Somerset?
Somerton.
Yeah,
The small town of Somerton, where for some odd reason they have an Austrian sheriff who you can't ever understand, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the FBI is talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger, saying, "Hey, this guy's going to come through. Just get out the way and let us handle it. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said, no, I'm the sheriff. I got a duty as a lawman to stop this guy. You know, normally where everybody would have just said, just let the guy through. It's a cartel guy. No, he's like, no.
And that's,
bullshit.
Yeah, that's even like a plot point where everyone was like, look, this guy's part of the cartel. This guy has a fucking army. What the fuck are we going to do? There's like 3 of us and one dead deputy. What can we do?
And one of those guys is Johnny Knoxville, right?
Well, he shows up
I
at the
just
end.
dodged that one. let's not talk about that.
Hey, you leave that.
We're talking about the good parts of the movie.
Let's leave that in the back burner. But I mean, no. But the thing is, like, yeah, it's a small group of people, and Arnold is the guy who's like, look, I'm doing this for a reason because I'm an action star. So of course that is the one sole reason. He's a sheriff, and he's going to get shit done. He's not going to go through his town. And I love the chemistry that they build with this. I mean, because the thing is with this movie is that, yeah, it follows every trope you can imagine, but where it really, excels in is the characters. And it's one of those things where watching this, being a fan of the director, I can see he took as far as what he did and The Good, the Bad, and the Weird with just that group of misfit characters that you had in that movie. He brings that kind of character idea to this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that like kept me interested, especially during the slower parts, is that I actually like some of these characters. These people actually care about each other. And, Arnold, I mean, when you see that guy get emotional, there's like one scene where I was like, wow, he's actually doing a really good job just like getting to across that he really feels terrible about one of his deputies just got killed, and I was like, okay, I'm about to cry.
Like, I now know why you cry.
I can never do.
Does he end it with no?
Very close. Yeah. That's Benny. No, Benny, come on. But there's so many things that you can see coming in this movie. There are deaths that are meant to be big, heartfelt deaths that you see coming.
Yeah.
It's just a small variation on, hey, it's one more day to retirement.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, what's going to happen? Or, hey, my wife's having a baby. It's not, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but when you see the movie, you're going to see it coming.
Oh, yeah. You see everything
Yeah,
coming.
you see everything coming. Oh, Johnny Knoxville is a guy who opens up at the beginning of the movie, says, hey, Sheriff, look, I'll open up an antique gun museum. When the cartel comes through, I wonder where they're going to get their weapons.
Oh, my God.
I know. 'Cause as far as you bringing up Johnny Knoxville, I was really worried about that because I'm just like, Johnny Knoxville is easily box office poison. Whenever he's in a movie, that
Except
movie
Jackass.
if he's not,
Unless he's making a jackass out of himself.
Whenever he's trying to blow himself up, that's brilliant. But yeah, usually in his movies, he usually sucks and they're the worst. But with this, they bring him in when they need him, and he's not in a lot of this movie. I mean, you see him on the poster, but he's kind of barely in the movie. I mean,
okay.
He's not. It worked though.
He's not in. He really isn't in the movie that much. Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't in the movie as much as you think
Really?
he is. Near the third act of this movie is his movie.
Yes.
Like I said, the beginning
all
of the
Forrest
movie,
Whitaker?
he's in it for a little bit, but the beginning of the movie is set up for a bunch of generic bad guys to come into town.
It's a cat and chase me.
Okay, now here's my question. How is the villain?
Well,
Is he a good villain?
He's generic. He's generic.
okay.
The entire time
Yeah.
he's driving the fucking car.
you have pretty much two villains in the movie. You have the drug lord played by Eduardo Noriega. Boy, that's the actor's name. He
The
should,
general
I
from
think
Panama?
He's going to play. The rest of his
that guy.
Is he not Manuel's great nephew or anything?
I don't know, but whatever it is, that guy, he should really be dealing drugs. I think he really is dealing drugs outside of his acting. That name only goes to two people: rappers and drug dealers.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a general in fucking Panama. I mean, if you look it up, he is.
Yeah, no, you got that guy, the guy that escapes from the FBI, but like Coho says, he spends most of his time just driving a car.
Behind the fucking wheel, making stupid dialogue.
Yeah. That's all he's doing. He's just pretty much playing driving games.
Just leaving a big carbon footprint.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, driving through cornfields and all kind of stuff. But the other guy is Peter Stormare. He's the guy that's waiting for
I love that guy.
for the drug dealer to come
Has he
in.
ever not played a bad guy?
Man, it's funny because he's a guy.
Dylan Dog.
He's German, but he has.
No one watches or acknowledges that film ever
No,
happened.
this guy's German or what? I don't know
think
what
he's Swedish.
He's Swedish or
Yeah.
something. What,
Peter Stormare.
He ain't American. but in the movie, it's funny because. Listen, you already got one guy that we can't understand. They decided to confuse people even more by putting a Swedish guy in here who still has a Swedish accent, but is talking with a Southern accent too.
Yeah, I know. And that's the crazy thing about the movie is that anything you're thinking about as far as like, okay, what's the deal with an Australia? What's up with Arnold fucking being a sheriff in this small town? When they introduce all these other characters from God knows where,
From what the fuck is
it doesn't even matter anymore.
Listen,
it really does.
let me tell you something.
Narrates in a Russian accent.
This is what you got here.
Whatever.
This is your cast of characters. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger with a accident-prone team of deputies. You have Peter Stormare, who is a hired gun by the drug lord to come in with a bunch of almost G.I. Joe no-name guys, like Cobra and shit. They just come in. They're just there to take orders and take bullets. And then you have the drug kingpin himself, who just drives a car and just sneers the whole time. And that's it.
Okay, I feel like this movie was tailor-made for you guys.
But
not me per se, but for you guys, it sounds perfect.
But the thing is, they manage, these are characters that are flat. They're flat as goddamn month-old soda sitting on the counter, man. But they give these guys either funny lines.
Okay.
They give them funny business to do. Or they give them funny deaths. Whenever the movie, they do, man. The movie,
Schwarzenegger films has lots of those.
At no point does the movie, when the movie feels like, okay, we're starting to veer off into a territory where if we take ourselves too seriously, then we're going to ruin this. They managed to have somebody do some. You don't have to. That disdain. That wasn't a real cough. I know you're just coughing that I like this movie. I know you, man.
That's my signal to you to hurry up.
Yeah.
No, wrap it up, B.
No. It's once it starts to feel like it's taking itself too seriously. Either have somebody come in and really do something funny, or they have somebody do a little funny bit of business. That's what's admirable about the movie. It's not taking itself seriously,
and it works. I mean, and like I said, with the misfit characters. I mean, it's kind of a misfit action movie when you really look at it, and it's almost on the verge of parody, yet it's still entertaining. Because I'll let you know what I mean. We're not criticizing the movie too much, but I'll start with that first hour. It does when you realize, wow, okay, where's Arnold? It does start to linger on you. Like, okay, I don't really care about this whole Forrest Whitaker going crazy, looking for this fucking this speeding car. I don't care about that. Let's get back to Arnold and what he's doing. And like I said, like we said, it doesn't happen until like halfway through the movie, because when it does become an Arnold movie, you kind of wish it was more of that throughout the whole way through, but it's not.
Well, he's too tired.
Of course. Oh, no. You could tell he's tired. I mean, but just when you see him on screen, though, he's one of those guys that, I mean, there's a reason why he's the big star that he is. And when you see him pop up on that screen, you don't want the camera to leave him at all. I mean, even the most like mundane scene of him walking into a diner going, "Hello, how are you? How's your coffee? Everything fine?
I like the way he looked at somebody. I know. He looked at somebody and said, morning. What? What? Morning. What? Mornings?
Are you reading your paper? Is it everything?
And to be fair, if this movie doesn't take off, that's exactly what you're going to get to see him do.
I mean, next movie, instead of playing the sheriff, he could play the chef. I mean, just how would you like your eggs? I mean, he's entertaining as hell to watch, and that's why when the movie does kickstart, every charming bit about him, especially him playing this character, being an old guy, that the whole town's aware of it. He's aware of it. That the fact that this script plays into that is really where the movie shines for me.
Cover me, guys.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Sheriff?
Old.
It really splits itself apart from the rest of the movies.
I feel like you could describe the inside of Schwarzenegger's colon at this point.
Let me do that for you.
Yeah. No wonder we can't understand all Schwarzenegger. You climbed up through his ass, and you're in his mouth at this point.
Let me give you the Schwarzenegger diagram.
Let me get this coals out my mouth.
But I see. That's why I disagree with you, because the other star of the movie, when I start to say co-host, when Schwarzenegger isn't there, it's the director. Because I feel like the director is so good with some of the action sequences that we see. Yeah, they show that car a lot, but those scenes they're filmed well. They're a lot of fun. They're ridiculous. I mean, you have a car going 200 miles per hour down a desert road at night without veering off and hitting something. But it's stupid. It's going about as fast as a jet.
It is. I mean, it's going like 200 miles an hour because they clock it. I'm like, any hair turn that they want to turn that wheel, that car's flipping over. But I mean,
you run over a pebble.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you hit over a dead armadillo, you're fucking dead.
I mean, you'd also run out of gas pretty quickly, too.
You know what? That's the other thing I was wondering about, too. Is like, when is this motherfucker going to stop for gas?
He never stopped at a gas station. Yeah. Did you notice he started the day?
Yeah.
Went to nighttime, came back the next day. He's still driving. Ain't got out that fucking car yet.
I was waiting for fucking Forrest Whitaker to just go, look, everybody, find out all the gas stations that are like going towards Mexico and put like 20 guys at each fucking gas. This motherfucker's driving 200 miles an hour.
Why didn't Forrest Whitaker just say, you know, just stop. He's going to run out of gas soon.
Yeah, I know.
We'll catch him there. Look. Yeah, we're going to get him, okay?
And just seeing Forrest Whitaker.
That's
really
another character he played. That's the other character I missed.
It in, really.
That's the other shallow character, the screaming FBI guy.
He's playing the same guy from Street Kings, pretty much. And when he goes off the rails, it's comical. It is.
That's what his job is to do. Where is he? Hey, click on back there. Hey, get the chop on him. Okay, follow him. Shoot him. Get him down. You know, it's like, wow, man, take a breath.
I know, like, breathe a little. Like,
but yeah, I always wonder with movies like that, when you have a character like that, are there those scenes where he's quiet and really talking, and then when they edit together, they just take them all out? So he just screams every bit. Or does he show up to work every day like, I don't know if I can do it today. Forrest, you got to do it, man. We're counting on you.
You never get to they cut out all the scenes where he's like, hey, how's the kids? Yeah. You doing okay?
Well, is there
want to get lunch this week?
You're going to have too much time to focus on his crazy eyes. You can't have the camera on him that long.
I'm assuming there's a point where he's telling Schwarzenegger, you just get out of the way. And there has to be an alpha off at some point.
But you know what? Right? Those scenes, there's scenes where he's actually having conversations over the phone with Schwarzenegger, which are actually great. I was hoping
he really did phone it in.
Hear more. Yeah, well, he did. Yeah, but I was hoping for more of that because it worked so well, especially with Schwarzenegger getting pissed off on the other line.
Oh yeah.
But you get a lot of everything in this movie. You get the gunfights, you get the car chases that I thought were pretty impressive, and you get a hand-to-hand battle at the end. And you get to, if anybody who's looking at this and thinking, okay, well, we're getting a Schwarzenegger that's tired, and we're not going to get to see him be the old guy the younger guy that he was. Well, you do get a huge fight scene.
You wait to see.
That's pretty cool too. Yeah. That I really think that this director did a great job at doing some great action scenes. There's a scene where there's a car chase through a cornfield, and it's really suspenseful. Mm-hmm. It's just not two cars driving through a bunch of corn stalks. They managed to put it to where even in cars, these two guys don't know each other. It's almost like playing Tron in a cornfield. the light cycle race. When they're going to hit each other at some point.
It doesn't look as pretty, but yeah.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean, and that's the thing. Like, if anything, towards the director, as far as him doing this, is that the first part of the movie does seem like anybody could have directed it. It's not until those action sequences come in to where the creative way that they go by killing people, that's where you're hooting and hollering and fucking going along with it, because he does bring a style that only he could. And I was a little worried because I didn't see that for the first half of the movie. I was like, I hope this is one of those Asian directors that they bring over here, and then all of a sudden all that talent gets left back in fucking Korea, and you're just watching a standard Hollywood movie that anybody could have directed. But
Well, it sounds like they only made him take out the rape. But otherwise, everything else was there.
Hey, nobody got raped in the Good, Bad, and the Weird.
Well, this sounds a lot like a Fast and the Furious movie, what y'all are describing.
I would say that it's not. No, it's not. No, this is you hear this term being thrown around a lot, but because of the humor that's in here, I will say it is it's cartoonish in a good way. I mean, they as lighthearted as you can be with a violent movie like this. I mean, they take every chance they get to blow somebody's brains out. I mean, I've never seen so many brains splatter against a flat surface behind somebody as in this movie.
Yeah. But it's effective when it happens.
Yeah.
You can't help but go.
I would almost say that some people. I'm not complaining because I'm not crazy, okay. But I can see some people saying, it's a sensitive time, and such a sensitive time. Why are we taking violence so lightly? And shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is good guys versus bad guys.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
And it's fun. It's not. It's extremely shallow, but if you with the right audience, and I really do mean that. When an audience is really into it, and it's hard not to get wrapped up into it. This is a crowd pleaser. Before I get my rating, I agree with you on Johnny Knoxville, though. Johnny Knoxville, thankfully, is not in a lot of scenes. He's still not that great of an actor.
No.
In the role that he's here, he's they to make him funny, they're trying too hard. I mean, they putting him in funny clothes, and they always have him wearing funny props when he's going out to fight the bad guy. He's like, there's one scene where he comes out with a shield, a Viking shield, and a conquistador helmet, and it's like, come on, man.
You weren't sure when you were doing your Arnold if you were trying to do impression of Arnold or just Johnny Knoxville being a retarded guy.
A little bit of both.
You know, like what they did with the weird guy and the good, bad, and the weird. I mean, I thought that character, he was trying to model what he did in the good, bad, and the weird to Johnny Knoxville, because he is wearing almost the same stupid hats that he is. And I mean, the thing is, yeah, there's moments where it's not funny at all, where you just like, every time you see the guy on the screen, you're like, oh fuck, man. But there are moments where he does do some funny shit, and usually it's when him and Arnold are together.
Yeah,
or if he's with the rest of the deputies, that it's actually funny.
And there are points when you look at the stuff that he's dressed up in, and they even use his props in a funny way.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. Please, because for me, his best prop is Steve-O.
One good thing could come out of this is that him being in that movie is that maybe he'll talk Arnold into being in the next Jackass movie.
Oh God, I hope not. I don't want to see that. I'm sure we can watch the outtakes of this movie.
Yeah,
that'll be all the Jackass we need.
Exactly,
Just
Jackass.
Please, Arnold, don't kill yourself.
Yeah, man. Don't let me make this movie out to be some highbrow smart movie. It's not. It is not. It's just fun. That's all. And that's exactly what I had. And the movie's not totally devoid of some fine filmmaking parts in there. The action set pieces in here are done with a lot of great craftsmanship, and I give the movie credit for that. But outside of that, just stupid, and I stress stupid fun.
Yeah,
don't even ask. So I'm giving this a full price.
Yeah.
Okay. Why am I looking at you? I'm looking at Leon like, yo, next. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so used
I thought you were challenging me. I was like, all right, you give it full price if you want.
What you got to say?
I mean, I guess I'll go see it this weekend, come back going, that was garbage.
How you going to say it anyway? Just fuck with me, man.
Man, Corey, as much fun as I did have, because I did have fun, but it was only when Arnold was on screen. When it was Forrest Whitaker's movie, I was really just going, ooh, I'm starting to feel that let's hurry up and get to the town already. And saying that, I have to give it a matinee. I have to give it a matinee because I mean, I think some people are going to have problems with pacing. Usually, I don't mind. If it's drawn out, you get to know the characters. It's fine, but I think there was a lot of that fucking cat and chase that could have been cut out. But everything with Arnold, they would just kept to that fucking just kept all that shit in the movie. Perfect
Okay.
movie.
You hear
full
that,
price.
Corey?
Yeah.
What?
Cole's gave it a matinee. In your face.
I'm a little more disturbed. He's like, let's get the black guy and the Mexicans out of the way and go to the Austrian.
Yeah. I know.
That never ends up.
But you got to understand. I knew where he's coming from. He's a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger bitch. I mean, fan. I'm sorry, fan. I'm sorry.
How we gonna go up against all that firepower?
Bang, 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 bang. I got an idea.
Who's my little Nazi killer?
You have more ammo?
How? You never know.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the sheriff.
Hey.